I don't know if I could have handled losing that 1985 final the way Steve did, because he was going for his hat-trick of world titles that year. He did go on to win another 3. I mean, 6 times a world champion. And as I say, for me, for a long, long time, he was the greatest player. I never thought anybody would be better than the great Steve Davis, but I think Stephen Hendry overtook him, and then I think the great Ronnie O'Sullivan's just in the last year overtaken Stephen Hendry's record. But Steve has coped so well with it, and as I say, we've done a lot of things together, and he talks about that final, and he says he'll remember that more than the 6 that he won. So he said it was the worst game he was ever involved in, and also the best game he was ever involved in. So yeah, he's embraced it, and he realizes, well, like I did, we didn't think that it was going to carry on and mean so much to so many people. And people say it was the greatest final ever seen and the greatest last frame ever seen. I mean, that last frame lasted 68 minutes. If it had been the first frame, it would have been one of the worst frames ever seen on television, because of the pressures that were on both of us. Our tactical game was spot on, but when we got in amongst the balls, the intense pressure was incredible, and we were missing shots that you wouldn't normally miss, and that all added to it. And I think the fact that they were cancelling programs all throughout that evening to stay with every shot of the final, and there was this strange looking fellow with upside down glasses against the ginger magician who led 8-0. He won the first session 7-0, led 8-0. For me to battle my way back, it just captured the imagination, and people kept tuning in, and in the end, well, they reckon, and there's probably even more, 18.5 million stayed up after midnight. But the number of people I've talked to that were in a club or a golf club, or, you know, where there was maybe 50, 60, 100 people there, and there was a lot of after hours drinking that night where people just wouldn't leave pubs. They wanted to watch the television to see the outcome, and they didn't get the outcome until 20 past midnight on the 28th of April 1985. Yeah, Sunday night. Kept all those children late for school and people the next morning. It was amazing.